Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the first build video, my new setup where I have my 416A5, I have my Rattler, and I have my Staccato C2. I'm obviously going to be putting the attachments on that I'm going to be using to play while I'm here in the UK. So this is going to be the first video, which is going to be hopefully like the shortest, easiest one. And this is going to be me basically putting the attachments onto my Staccato C2 that I am going to be using it for. Now, I fell in love with this sight as well as this pistol when I had it on my one in the US. So I ended up getting one in the US, ordered it from Amazon. This is the Viridian RFX-35 sight. It's very close in design to like the Trigicon SRO. Big window, that kind of like round design. And so I was like, you know what? I'm actually just going to really want that on there. And I know that it fits and I know that it works. So I ordered one, I put it in my bag and I brought it over. And this is what it looks like. That is it right there. This is a green dot sight. It comes with the, the Picatinny rail attachment or adjuster, a Picatinny rail adapter mount on here, which obviously I'm not going to use because this has got an RMR plate. It also comes with different screws. Does it come with a battery? I'm hoping it has a battery in it. Okay, it doesn't. I do have one, I think, actually lying around, so I'm going to go and grab that quick. Oh no, hold on. This is a battery. I can feel the battery in here, so I'm hoping that that's the battery. And a very it's like a lipo-safe container kind of thing. Yeah, there it is. Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount this onto this RMR plate, and then we're gonna move on to the next part of the build. But first, we'll do the sight. So I'm gonna grab what do we need? Maybe this one? Yeah, that's right. So I'm just going to take this off the top here. You probably know how to mount a red or green dot sight, so I don't really need to take you through a step-by-step of that. But as I said, I really love this actual green dot on the one that I have at home. And I thought, you know what, if it's a green replica, it's probably going to look great with a green sight on it. Okay, so this is going to be the battery going in. So we're just going to stick that in there. Right, now I need to work out what is going to mount on here, because it is going to be sat forward slightly there. Are these too big? So I don't want to go in too deep and affect the actual... Let's just check and see if these actually fit here. Nope, they're too big. Okay, so I need some smaller screws that are going to fit in there, which those are very similar. What is going to fit in here? I'm worried actually that most of these are too wide. So I may not have a screw that's going to fit in there. This is the downside of being in the UK right now, is I don't have my full set of stuff, and these are going to be too big. So I'm going to have to go out and find some screws, I think, for this thing. Unless, did the Staccato come with screws? I've got the actual box here. I don't think it will have done. Come with a plate. And oh look, they actually did like a test on it of like what it was firing at, 306 FPS. That's kind of cool. It didn't come with screws though, I don't think, on here. But I can see it just came with this additional plate on there. And that means that I am going to have to work out a way to do this, because these all, in terms of like the thickness of these, they all look the same. None of these look like they are narrow enough to get onto this RMR plate. So that's an issue. That one's just too big. So I'm going to have to find some screws. That's where I probably should have, if I was thinking about it, just taken the RMR off the top of my other one, because I knew that those screws fit, and then put it straight onto here. So I'm gonna have to work out what that is. I don't really want to order a screw set to here. I'm trying to think what else I could do to mount this. Just make sure it's working. Yeah, so that's working nicely. You can see there, you see how good that green dot is. You can just see it so clearly. Keep it in the frame. So hard for me to like look down at my screen and then do that. Okay, so that is an issue. So we're gonna have to solve that, and I'm gonna have to work that out now because I don't have any other screws here. I don't have any screws in this, do I? I do, but I don't think any of them are gonna fit. Although, this fit? Ooh, hold on a second. Have I got two of them? I do. Okay, we might have somehow just pulled a Hail Mary on this one, and I don't know how, and I don't want to jinx it, so let's not go down that road yet. But, you know, hold on, they're different lengths. I've got two of the longer ones, only one of the shorter ones, so I may have just jinxed it. And then dropped one on the floor. Damn, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Make sure these longer ones actually fit. This will go in. It may work. All right, let's try. Imagine that if I'd like gone on to, let's get the correct filament head or attachment head. You know what? I think this could work. I don't have any Loctite is the only thing. I've just realized I forgot as well, which is kind of something I definitely should have on this. But I actually think these are pretty much perfect, which is insane. Like, look at that. They are flush to the actual thing right there. They're not too long. They're not kicking through the plate. Okay, I'm going to tighten them up a little bit, but I do really need some Loctite, so I may try and go and get some of that from a shop around here. Okay, that's on, and that's on. I'm not going to tighten it too much, actually. Although now I can't get this damn thing out. There we go. Because if I'm going to undo it and Loctite it again, there's no point in doing that. But that now, I think, already looks way better. It's just such a cool pistol, this thing. Okay, so then that's what I'm going to do there. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do is put my light on there, and I actually have two options. So they're both the same, the Streamlight TLR-1HL. This is the one that actually I was running on my other one in black. And I think that will look cool on here, but I actually thought, you know what, I might try this one, which is in FDE. And I don't know if you think that looks cooler or less cool. Black or FDE, like which one do we do? Because FDE is cool. I think we go FDE just because then I've got that mix of like the Ranger green on the top and then the FDE on the bottom. I think that could be the way to go. So we're going to do that. Let's go with that. But I love these flashlights. One, because they're really good flashlights. And they are very, very bright, as you can see there. But also that I have a holster that is actually going to fit. I actually have two holsters that are going to fit with this. And so that is the main reason that I ended up going again for another one of these, because I was like, you know what, if we're gonna have it, I don't want to have to order a new holster as well, just because I get a different light laser attachment on there. So this seems to be like a flashlight that a lot of people go with, because they make holsters for it, or make a lot of holsters that will take it. So the one that actually I was running in the UK, in the US, is this one, which is the Blackhawk Omni. I've done a full video on this, but this will take any, or not any, but it'll take a lot of different pistols, because it attaches to the actual TLR-1HL. So it is locking onto the actual flashlight there, which is great. You have this little button press here to let go of it, and that works really well. The only thing that I was thinking with this is it is pretty bulky. And when it's mounted on my leg, because I mount my stuff here, I'll give you a video on the full loadout, but when I mount my stuff there, it can, and I haven't played with it in this format yet, but it could just kind of like wiggle around a bit and get a bit annoying. So I actually saw on Etsy, I think it was, weirdly, that they had this, which was another, just like a Kydex version, which is a lot more compact and a lot like just lighter. And it's just a Kydex holster, so it's on resistance. It's gonna be mounting onto the pistol as well as the flashlight, but this is Cerakote, so I hope that it wouldn't damage it too much. We'll figure it out and we'll see. The West Coast laser. And then I've obviously got my QLS plate on there, which is from Safariland, because I mount everything like that. So I think probably to start with, I'm gonna mount it this way. The only thing that I can see as being a potential issue is not being able to have an actual suppressor, which is going to be a tracer unit on there. What I actually have with this is I took a Dremel to it, and you can see here I actually hollowed the bottom of that out there so that I could fit a suppressor on there. So that's the only thing that may want me to go back to using this Omni. But this is going to be my only secondary that I have in the UK, and so that is going to be kind of like my setup. But I already know how good this pistol is. This is actually the pistol I got like the 1.4 million short views, or 1.5 million now short views on the channel with. And yeah, it is my new favorite pistol. I'm not gonna like beat around the bush. Like, it is for me using right now, like this is my favorite. But I don't know, I wanna know in the comments, guys, what do you think about the Ranger Green mixed with this FDE light? Or do you think I should switch it back to the black and then just go black and green? I quite like this little flare, so I'm going to keep it like this for now. But if you let me know and you tell me in the comments you prefer it the other way, I'll switch it back over. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I will see you on the next video, where I'll be either putting the attachments on this or putting my attachments on this. Have a great day. Goodbye.